G'day everybody, or good evening, or maybe good morning, whatever time you guys are watching this. Welcome, my name is Blue, and welcome back to Starfield. Now,
when you're not busy, let's chat.
Okay Barrett. Yep, we can have a chat, but hang on a second, I'm just doing my intro here. We have just completed clearing out these spaces in this area at the request of some miners nearby, so we're going to need to go back and turn in that quest for hopefully a little bit of creds. But aside from that, we're on this planet called Indum. I think this is Indum 2 or Indum 3, something along those lines. We're in the Indum system, and we're trying to look for a specific type of life, and in the process we managed to pick up this quest. Now, those miners are actually quite far away, so let's see if we can try and work our way back there. I wonder if perhaps maybe we can just tag this and go back. So it's the industrial outpost we need to go to, so let's just quickly fast travel there. And yeah, apparently Barrett wants to talk to us as well.
Now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
Okay, well, we will talk to Barrett in a moment, but I reckon we'll talk to him maybe when we get back to the ship, because I don't know, it seems a little bit odd that he wants to sort of suddenly have a chat with us out here. Maybe I think the ship might be a better setting for that. So oddly, he's not really wearing his suit anymore, and we're not really wearing our helmet anymore as well, so it's really weird. But this game suddenly sometimes in certain environments decides that you don't need the suit's protection or the helmet's protection anymore. Perhaps maybe because it stopped raining, and maybe when it rains, that's when it's dangerous. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
What's
Anyway.
the status? We won't be safe until they're all put to rest.
Yeah, the spaces won't be giving you any more trouble.
Not going to lie, that's the best news I've heard all day. Here, this is yours. Wouldn't want you to leave empty-handed.
Sweet. Alright, 3,000 creds, just like that. And obviously, we've managed to loot a whole bunch of stuff from the spacer outpost. Okay, so let's head back to the ship and let's see what Barrett wants from us. Perhaps maybe he might give us another quest or something like that. So yeah, let's get up here and let's have a chat.
I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
Okay, where are you though? Oh, there he is. Okay.
I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup.
Refresh my memory, Matsura?
You know, that Crimson Fleet pirate who held me captive for a bit a while ago. I just appreciated how you rescued me, that's all.
Okay. Why don't you thank me with some creds? You're welcome. Glad to help out a fellow Constellation member.
It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. And that's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam.
Exactly how often do you get into jams, Barrett?
Exactly as often as I need to. Jams are just sticky successes, right? At first it seems annoying, but it eventually washes off.
Jams are sticky successes. Okay. I like that one. I put my trust in people, not organizations.
That's smart. Trust in things that are capable of trusting you.
Mutual trust. That's the key.
We're on the same wavelength here. Humans are so fragile in space. If you can't trust your crew and they can't trust you, well, nobody's coming home. That's why I'm still with Constellation all these years later. I trust them as individuals, and I trust them as a team. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation.
Thanks, man. I don't know about flirting with him, but how long have you been in Constellation anyway?
A long time. We should talk about it someday. I'd need to get some tea going for that chat, though.
Thanks, Barrett.
Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Ervin. Or lost him, I suppose.
Oh, okay, yes. We did hear about this Ervin character, right? I think it was on one of his personal slates that we found on the ship. Who's Ervin?
Ervin Madani was my husband. He was also a brilliant biologist who joined Constellation a couple of years before me. Yeah, he's gone now. I remember his bright smiles when I returned from my trips. Wow, more brilliant than any star.
Right, okay. That is a bit rough. I mean, he disliked that we asked about who Ervin was, but I'm kind of curious about what he was like and what happened to him. So, what was Ervin like?
That's kind of you to ask. People used to say that we were polar opposites. He was quiet and shy, they said. But that wasn't true. He was just that way around everyone else.
What happened to him?
The war happened. He was caught in the crossfire between the UC and the Free Star Collective. It was right after he finished a job on Gagarin. Some terrible job, I don't remember.
I hope I'm not stirring up any bad memories for you, Barrett.
It's not you, Captain. It's just been on my mind. I can't say why. Ervin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it.
I'd love to hear you tell me a good memory of Ervin.
All right, let's see. He was a biologist, specialized in botany. He loved plants. For years, he carried one with us on trips like it was our pet. He even named it. Haven't thought about that in a while. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things. On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit. I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
Oh, he needs to talk to us again? I thought we just talked about all the stuff that you wanted to talk about. Should we chat with him again then?
Hey, Captain. Need help with anything?
Oh, okay. We can ask him some personal questions, but...
Well, that's
well,
all
he's
I have to.
already sort of opened up to us quite a bit. So I think it's time to move on. Let's go back to the pilot's seat and... yeah, we're gonna need to decide what to do next. Well, I am still curious about finding this... what is it? Aeriform life on one of the planets here in this system. So... we haven't completely scanned this particular planet, and I think there's still quite a few things that we can try and find. I'm thinking maybe what we want to do is try to land elsewhere. So what kind of biome is this? Coniferous forest. Okay. Maybe... Yeah, okay. We've got a sandy desert here, so why don't we land there? And we'll see if we can actually try to scan a few new things. If I recall, there's actually a few geological anomalies.
Life was unique to our world. Not only is it not, but it seems to take every opportunity to emerge.
Yeah, so if we can find some geological anomalies in the area, that would also help. And we can maybe complete like a 100% scan of this area. Okay, these guys are defensive. Let's try not to piss them off. We'll leave them alone. One of them is level 25, so a little bit worried about that. I don't see any of those markers that, you know, will show us the geological formation. So, I don't know if we should maybe go somewhere else. Actually, no, there it is. 700 meters away. We should be able to scan it from afar as well to maybe reveal what it might be. Yeah, life signs. That's a good sign. Oh yes, and we've got that frostbite that we need to, again, deal with. So why don't we just quickly take a look at our aid selection here. And let's see if we can fix this problem. There we go. Yeah, okay. Let's take one heal paste. Hopefully it doesn't rain again, because I think it's because of the freezing rain. I don't think it's going to rain here, though. Oh yes, and if I recall, in the previous episode we actually needed to unlock a expert door, or an expert locked door, and I did notice that we actually had one extra skill point, so maybe we should invest in something. I'm just trying to think here, but I kind of want to get to like starship design and starship engineering. I don't know if we really need to get there very quickly, but if I'm not mistaken, this may actually unlock you know, new ship parts that we would be able to use to make better looking ships. Yeah, spend 2 more points in tech to unlock expert tech skills, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't exactly tell us what it's gonna give us because it's still locked, but yeah, if we do spend a little bit more in tech, we should be able to get there. Boost pack training. Using a boost pack expends less fuel. That seems pretty good. Then we can boost around a little bit more. Ballistic weapons systems. Guess we can't get to rank 3 just yet. I don't know, maybe we should hold out and spend it on something else. Okay, we still need to persuade a couple more people before we can level that up. I don't know, we've been using a lot of laser pistols recently, and I feel like it could be good to invest a little bit into lasers. So, why not? Let's do it. Because I think we'll use a variety of weapons. We'll use ballistic and laser pistols throughout the playthrough, so I think that's a good idea. Alright, cool. Let's keep going. Yeah, I can definitely see something over there in the distance. Caelus pokeweed. We'll try and scan these things. And I guess that's maybe the last type of plant life that we need to scan on this planet as well, so hopefully we'll find a few more. Ooh, and then there are these little critters here. Miller whale filterer. Okay, that's our first animal life scanned on this planet. We did find those hostile creatures before though, so I don't know if we want to try and look for more of them. Okay, this is an unexplored biological feature, not a geological feature. My bad. Ah, there's the aeriform life, actually. So, what is this? Fibrous plants release microbes into the ventilated flora, where they ride gusts of wind until they eventually land in fermentation piles. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, considering we've found what we needed to find to complete the objective, I'm not entirely sure about scanning the planet entirely, because that's kind of a little bit dull. I feel like doing something a little bit more exciting. So let's maybe take a look at the mission list and decide what we want to get up to here. So, got a few more activities obviously that we can do. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if all of these are going to give us anything super exciting to do, because one of them we need to just gather some iron. Actually, is there any iron here? No, not on this planet. Okay. So, talk to Amira Wolf at the Low House. Some guard mentioned that a certain Amira Wolf of the Low House could use some help. Might be worth investigating. Sure, okay. I'm not sure where this is taking us. Okay, Killer City. Right. Yeah, we can go back there, because we haven't been back to Killer City since we were hanging around with Sam. So, we may as well. Oh yes, and then there's the matter of building an outpost and actually placing some people in the outpost. And that'll be our first proper outpost, so to speak. Alright, so let's go see this person and see if we can pick up something exciting to do.
Even the Rangers have been impressed with how much human guard.
Okay, we just got 1,800 creds there. I'm not entirely sure where that's from. Do we get paid like a salary or something like that for working with Constellation, or what's the deal?
A half day. I talked with Miss Kassler and she'll give a full guided tour.
I mean, no offense, but isn't it a bit small? And there's not as many attractions as I'd like.
Miss Kassler built this whole thing off donations and what she could throw together.
Keep an eye on your blood pressure here. If you feel woozy, we should take a break or just
Write
leave.
an essay about what they'd earned.
I was planning on that, ma'am.
Okay. I was trying to listen in on that conversation, but Barrett rudely interrupted me, so... which way do we go? This way.
Can I get the digital copy of the things I buy here?
Now it is quite late at night, so I wonder if I'm going to be able to speak to this person, but we'll give it a try.
Best option that locals have if they want to see interesting creatures in person.
Barrett,
You're
you can
handling
maybe
this
just
whole captain thing really well, you know.
let's get you to
Just wait here.
wait.
Easy peasy.
Sweet. That way you won't start blabbering on when I actually have a chat with this person.
There's too many people suffering, and not enough hands reaching out to help.
Got a moment to hear about the Low House?
It means a lot to me, and to others.
Let me guess, you need money? Sure, I can spare a minute.
Good to know there's still some folks who can take an interest in the welfare of others. The Low House is a place where folks down on their luck can get a hot meal and a bed to sleep in. More importantly, they can do it with some dignity. No need to beg or steal. Everything's given with no questions asked and no favors owed. I run the place. Have for years. But to do it, I have to rely on the kindness of others.
Okay. Sounds like you're doing some good work. I feel like we have like someone who's trying to walk by between us. Just like pushing us.
Trying to, anyway. Look, I'll be honest with you. We get a little help from some other wealthier folks in the city. But it's barely enough. It takes credits to provide for those in need. And I'm hoping you'll be willing to contribute. If you can spare a few credits, it'll do a lot of good.
Yeah, okay. 100 creds. Easy.
Thank you. I don't know if you believe in karma, but I do. I think you just earned yourself some.
Okay, sweet. Is that it? Hang on, we didn't really clear that quest though.
The Low House can only help the community because of generous donations. You take care.
Might be we could invite the Johnsons over.
Running the Low House is tough. But if you're serious, I'm drowning in work. Philborn Agricultural Systems feeds basically everyone in the stretch. Bless the Philborn brothers. But their latest IntelliWheat shipment is late. I'm not worried yet, but getting there. Could you ask Sarah Philborn what the holdup is? Very politely?
I lost Kim. Now you expect me to feed them? Give them jobs?
So the Philburns do it for
We
free?
buy it at a deep discount, below their costs. I know not everyone approves of Henry getting more into brewing, but I don't care. The whole family has earned my eternal thanks.
Hopefully they're not cutting off aid.
Not a chance. If there's anything you can do to speed up the wheat delivery, please do it. I'll have more work for you when you get back.
Okay. So we're doing a bit of charity here. And one of the tasks that we need to get done is to investigate what's going on with this IntelliWheat shipment. So
Sure. I'm beyond.
okay, let's get going and we'll see what's going on with it. I don't really know how far this place might be. Can we just walk there? I guess we might be able to. Yeah, okay. It's definitely within the area.
What if they say no?
Yeah, I mean, the Freestar Collective's Aquila City is pretty interesting. but it does
All right,
feel a
The Rock.
little bit more
Sam told me there's a good bar
run
around
down.
here.
And doesn't feel as organized as the United Colonies, that's for sure. Okay, so Weston Filburn's house. Barrett,
Anything
you
I
can
can
wait
help you with,
outside.
Captain? You got it.
Just because he definitely gets in the way, so... he does tend to sort of talk a little bit of nonsense while we're trying to do stuff, so...
Weston
All right.
needs to get his brother focused on food production instead of wasting time brewing beer. If I ran things, we wouldn't have this problem. If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere, either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement.
There's nothing wrong with brewing, just check out any bar in town.
I'm not some stuck-up teetotaler. My problem with the business is more nuanced. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn Agricultural Systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small.
Okay. People do have the right to lead their life the way they want, though.
I mean, you're right, of course. But with a little more hard work, so much good can be done. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else?
Amira Wolf at the Low House sent me about the IntelliWheat shipment.
I know, we're late. It's been this whole frustrating episode. Short version, the farming equipment outside the walls needs to be manually rebooted. But the guards aren't going to be able to send people to fix it for days. We're committed to helping the unfortunates on the stretch, but the Ashta are just too dangerous for us to send someone.
Ashta, okay. Well, we've faced off against Ashta before, so I think that won't be too much of a problem. How are the Ashtas a problem?
You must be new to Aquila City. Outside the city walls are dangerous predators. They've been the bane of colonists from day one. Only well-armed and well-trained people walk outside. Otherwise, they become just the latest statistic.
What's the long story?
The full story would take ages. Henry is supposed to be on top of production issues. But his precious latest batch of beer is at a critical point. Whatever the hell that means. And Aldwin Wright's robots should have been overhauled a month ago, but he's just one man and all of Aquila needs him pretty much all the time. So, whether we're supposed to or not, Weston and I are handling it.
Well, the shipment's urgent, so if it's a simple reboot, I can do that for you.
You would do that? If you get it rebooted, I'll get the harvest going ASAP. We can get the wheat to Amira quick. I'll talk with my husband, but I'm sure we could arrange payment. You'd be helping our business too, after all. Just be careful. Ashta are very dangerous.
Okay. I'm betting that we'll probably find more than Ashta out there. Probably pirates or spacers or maybe even mercs. But, alright. Well, let's get going.
Need something?
Barrett?
To the stars.
Alright, so... out there somewhere. I guess we could just walk it.
Private sector.
There's an unknown location there. Empty nest over there. I'm just sort of thinking whether or not, you know, we can save time by going somewhere that's on the way. Can we go through here?
Should we
Yes, we
warn
can.
them about the Ashta? We got a big old sign. Danger. If they open up the gate and go out there, it's on their own head. But if they're far afield, they can go
I wonder what that thing is there. That looks kind of interesting. Anyway. Oh yeah, this place isn't far at all. Okay, we've got a downed robot. I guess these Ashtas don't really muck about, do they? We
All
can take some
yours.
stuff from these downed robots, so no one seems to mind. Do we have to kill these Ashta, or...? They don't seem to be too violent.
Ah, okay then. Ha! And our adventure continues.
Alright. We'll leave the last one alone. Okay, so just up here. Filburn Agricultural Automated Robot Farming Complex. Current status offline. Robots are operating their default routines. Reboot the farming facility. Cool. And that's that. Didn't even have to digipick or anything like that, so simple. I do hear something. Like there might be some kind of a storm, or... Oh no, okay, we've got a ship landing over that side somewhere. Oh, actually, that's quite close. Guess maybe they're just coming in here to Aquila City.
Mind the danger sign. Ashta will tear you apart if you go wandering outside.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon. Running the spacers?
Alright, now, I think Amira mentioned that there might be additional work. So, perhaps maybe we'll take her up on that offer immediately as soon as we finish this one. Because I'm keen on, you know, trying to do work for charitable organizations like hers. So, I think that'll be a pretty decent source of creds.
If we don't get that wheat shipment soon... The emergency fund's empty, so please, hurry.
Okay, I took care of the IntelliWheat shipment.
That is good news. What was the holdup anyway?
I had to reboot the farming computers.
Oh, that makes sense. Aren't they outside the walls? Wait, you went outside the walls, didn't you? Please, don't risk yourself like that. If anyone got hurt working for the Low House. I hate to ask it, but this next errand should be safe. Easy. Everything runs on charity. And our benefactors, Though kind, I think sometimes, well, get sick of seeing me. A new face may ease up the purse strings, or at least save me some errands.
That's kind of brutal. It sounds like you have to strike a delicate balance.
It's touch and go sometimes. Pests are too much, and they could turn their back on the project. Too little, and people suffer. So, the mayor, Elias Cartwright, has always been generous to us, but it's been a while since he's donated. Raisha Lands is a huge benefactor. Laredo Firearms has been vital for us. Both of those are routine, more polite reminders, really. The last is a long shot, probably futile, but the Trade Authority is incredibly wealthy, and they have never ever donated to us. If you could convince Duncan Lynch to give us anything, heck, a single credit even, I'd consider it a victory.
All right. Well, I can try and get them to up their donations. All right, I'll do my best.
You are a breath of fresh air. Once you're done with that, come back to me.
Sweet.
If you ever are down on your luck, our door is always open.
All right, so I guess we need to speak to various people here. I'm thinking perhaps maybe this might give us the opportunity for a few persuasion, I guess, checks? You call them persuasion checks? Persuasion mini-games. Alright, so, yeah, these people are nearby. Let's go have a chat with these.
Having a good one?
With them, sorry. Okay, so there's the mayor, who we need to speak to as well, apparently. And then there's someone who owns Laredo Firearms, and Laredo is a familiar name. We've seen Laredo Firearms before. So, hang on. Did we go into the right place? There's a random submachine gun still left behind from the raid. Duncan Lynch. Okay, I'm not entirely sure I see him around here. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, it tells us to go back in there, but I'm gonna maybe leave that one for later. Let's try and go this way.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
Elias Cartwright.
Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Aquila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile.
The founder?
Ah, that'd be Solomon Coe, who stuck a shovel in the ground right here over 160 years ago. That first settlement grew to become the city you see today. And let me tell you, it was no small hardship to make that dream a reality. Yes, indeed, this place has a proud and noble history. Why, for some of us, it's practically hallowed ground. That's why I like to meet each and every person who comes here, to make sure they know what a special place our city is.
Sure, appreciate that.
You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and generosity of spirit. I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors in the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown.
Okay, well, we're about to put things to the test here when he says that they rely on each other. Alright, we can ask him all the other questions later. Let's talk about the donations first. So, I'm here to ask for donations for the Low House.
What day is it? Oh, shoot! I forgot. I'll send over my usual monthly donation to Amira. She truly is a wonder. And with the building project her and Mr. Tate are planning, there may be a day when the stretch is a distant memory.
Is it a donation from the government or from you personally?
Well, from me. Unlike the UC, we don't tax our people to death. The city's budget is very tight, so it forces the community to look after its own.
It's sad that the stretch survives on such paltry handouts.
I don't expect an outsider to understand how Aquila City has been run for generations. Are we done?
Okay, I was hoping we could convince him to pay more. Can you tell me about the core?
The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today.
Where can I get a drink around here?
You've got a few choices there. The cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before moving on, give it a try. Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's a little more rough and tumble tend to feel at home there. Like I said, lots of options.
Why does the city need a wall around it?
You really are new around here, aren't you? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. As long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about.
I don't know. So far, the Ashtar has been, pretty underwhelming. What's the tall building in the center of town?
Ah, you must be referring to the Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Freestar Collective.
What about Midtown?
Midtown's where most of the business and trading gets done. It's not as old as the core, because it was built later as the city grew. As the name might suggest, Wallside's the district that runs along the inside of the Great Wall that surrounds the city. It's mostly farmers and other laborers that live down there. They ain't got quite as much space, but it's cheaper, so it all works out.
Cool. I'm not entirely sure what this first one is all about. This Frank Langston.
No?
But I might actually ask about that a little bit later, because...
If you run into any problems in my town, you come tell me. Actually, tell the Rangers.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick up another side quest just yet, so let's continue on and let's see if we can get the rest of these donations. Again, so I'm not entirely sure why it's directing us to go into the bank, but then once we're in it, oh, actually this is the person we need to speak to. Completely missed.
What brings you to the Trade Authority?
This guy, Duncan. Okay, can we actually...
Do you have business with the Trade Authority?
I'm here to ask for donations for the Low House.
The Trade Authority has a firm policy of not getting involved in internal matters. We're neutral in all affairs of the governments of the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies.
Having the stretch could improve the Trade Authority's image.
The Trade Authority's image is doing quite well already. Thank you very much. I'm done discussing this matter.
What? Okay. What a cheap ass. We could probably offload a few things with this guy. I don't exactly know if we've got things to sell though. Do you have any special jobs available?
I do have need of a courier. A simple job. The timetable isn't even an issue. But it requires discretion and no questions.
Okay. This whole business sounds shady. Hard pass.
Suit yourself. If you change your mind.
Okay. The Trade Authority, seriously. All of the Trade Authority people that I've met are pretty shady, to be honest. What's your role in the Trade Authority?
I'm the local representative for the organization. In that capacity, I work with merchants and business people and local leaders to make sure trade flows regularly and efficiently to and from the city. With the long lag times of interstellar communication, we wanted to have someone here in person to talk face to face and make quick decisions. After all, the Trade Authority's work is vital to the continued growth and prosperity of Aquila City.
Okay, cool.
If you ever need to deal with the Trade Authority, drop by.
Alright. Yeah, I do not like the Trade Authority. So far, anyway. But who knows, maybe we might meet one of the representatives that might actually, you know, change our minds. Okay, next, Laredo Firearms. Hopefully they'll be more generous.
In Aquila City. I'm pleased you chose to visit us today.
Your weapons are made in the city?
Indeed. As a matter of fact, they're made in this very building. You're standing in the storefront of the Laredo Firearms Factory. I designed and manufactured every firearm for sale here. As such, I can offer you my personal assurance they're of the highest quality.
You're the owner of the whole Laredo company? Why are you working here?
When a CEO distances herself from the customers, her decision-making suffers. Here I get to see what matters, what sells, what doesn't, and why. It's invaluable. Plus, it's better than the endless meetings.
I hear you on that. Okay, she sounds like a pretty switched-on CEO. A pretty down-to-earth CEO as well. Here to ask for donations for the Low House.
Oh. So Amira has some help? Good. She's going to work herself into an early grave if she's not careful. Laredo Firearms prides itself in helping out all the residents of Aquila City. I'll send Justin over to deliver our monthly donation.
If you want to help the Low House, help. Not just tossing a few credits their way.
In the future, I prefer dealing with Amira. Let's change the subject, shall we?
Oh, geez, okay. Maybe I was being a little bit pushy. Alright, well...
You take
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again.
We finished doing the work, so let's head back to Mira and let's see if we can complete this quest. And I think from there, our next, I guess, objective should be to set up that outpost. I'm not entirely sure if we really did that well with collecting these donations, though. Apparently, people don't really want to deal with us. I was hoping for more of those persuasion mini games, but that didn't really happen.
The Cartwrights have been donating to the Low House for generations. Don't let Raisha fool you. She built and owns a powerful corporation. Not that you would know it.
I talked with everyone about the donations.
Elias and Raisha both sent their donations. Thank you. No word from the Trade Authority. I'm sorry I even asked. I like to believe everyone is capable of empathy and compassion, but people like Duncan test my faith.
I genuinely don't know how you do it every day.
Some days are easier than others. For example, because of you, today is one of the days which gives me strength instead of sapping it. Sarah Philborn gave me these credits to give to you for your help with the farm. You more than deserve it.
Should go to the stretch, not me.
Those credits are from the grateful Philborns, not me. And I wouldn't take a single one. You've earned it. I have one more thing for you to do. But I hope it's more of a reward. This is part of the Intellowit harvest. I'd like you to deliver it to Simone Jansen and her family. I want you to see the fruits of your labors.
Oh, okay, so well, I guess we can't really decline the 5,000 creds. We do get to make a personal delivery to one of the recipients of the wheat, so let's do that.
Ashtar is sometimes spotted by the farms. That's why we only use...
Amira said to expect you. This wheat ensures my family won't go to bed hungry. I genuinely don't know what my family would do without Amira. And you have no idea how much it means.
Amira deserves all the thanks. Just glad to lend a little hand.
Over here in Aquila, it's humbling to see regular people just looking after us. On behalf of my family, of my daughter, bless you.
Alright. And for some reason we've just gained another 3,000 creds there, so I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, so I think it's time for us to head back to the ship. Let's go. And we'll head back to... I forget the name of the system.
It looks exactly as we left it, right?
But it's the system that has our outpost. So where is that? Narion, there it is. Oh, actually, no, it's not Narion. It's...
Right.
Cheyenne. Actually, we're already in the Cheyenne system. What? Okay. We need to go to Maheo. Goodness me. Alright. And... why is there a random landing area there? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, this is where our outpost is. Let's land. And hopefully we can now build a few structures to try and set something up in this area. So let's try this again. 4 wall hab. And I think we can also change the variance, right? 4 wall hab double. Okay, it does actually cost a little bit more, but it is bigger and you can actually maybe go upstairs as well. I was hoping that there were maybe different like looks to this thing. Okay, I kind of like the look of a science hab. Science hab flat. Okay, or a round one. Hydroponic hab. So you can sort of look outside if you wanted to. Hex hab. Large hex hab. Industrial hallway. Huh, interesting. A watchtower. I think we'll go with the science hab. And we'll go maybe with the flat variant. Intersects with an existing object. What? Okay, that's a little weird. Let's exit. Maybe I need to get rid of this. Build. Modify mode. Delete. And from here, maybe we can go with the hab first. How do we rotate? Okay. Yeah, let's do something like that. And then let's try and connect an airlock. Oh. Hang on. Did I not place it down?
You have an eye for this.
Let's do the airlock. Okay, very good. And I could put another science hab, but maybe we want something a little bit different. Hydroponic hab A. Yeah, let's do that. I think that might look kind of cool. Do we want it maybe behind it? Right here. Cool. Alright. Okay, let's make our way inside. Alright, so looking pretty sterile at the moment. Definitely need some more stuff. I'm not entirely sure what stuff is needed here. Do we need to furnish this place for people to be able to work in it? That's a very good question. So, let's just see if we can play around with the crew. And we'll see if we can get Lynn to be assigned here. So, crew from any location can be assigned to a landed ship. No assignments are currently available for Lynn. Go to outpost management. Okay, so we need to unassign people first. My bad. So let's unassign Lynn. Heller's already unassigned. So we'll now assign them to... No. Why can we not assign them to the current outpost? Is the outpost not ready yet, or what's the deal? And how do we furnish this place? Because I remember with the house we have like a panel that we could interact with, and we could essentially get some furnishings that way. Maybe we still need to buy stuff, or sorry, construct stuff from the beacon. So let's just give that another go. Yeah, okay. Cool. So we can actually go in and out of places, which is good. While we're still building. Change. Alright, so we could block things off when we want to, so that's really good. So build mode. Got structures. Let's just cycle through this. So we've got storage, power, extractors. Okay, so we got... Oh god. Furnishings. We can give them like a sleeping bag. I don't know, that's being a little bit cheap. Okay, here we go. We've got a bed. Then we've got, I guess, different variants of these beds as well. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we can maybe give them something decent. Or if we want to save on space, we could do like bunk beds. That might not be a bad idea. It's very, very difficult to get things to snap and align. And this definitely costs materials, doesn't it? So do have to consider that. Yeah, why don't we do a bed? Oh god, I had the perfect alignment as well. Let's do something there. Got cabinets. Wall cabinets, okay, so we could actually just place stuff on the walls. It's kind of cool. Okay. These guys can have a fridge. Maybe I can set up like a bit of a kitchen area here, and then maybe this hab can be like research and stuff. So, I think maybe... Look, I've sort of forgotten how to make a base operational. But I think perhaps maybe we do need sources of power before we could actually say that the base is functional. So let's see if we can actually do that. Okay, so this will give us some power. We do have the resources for it. So maybe let's head outside. And we'll see if we can set up some kind of solar panel or something like that nearby. Maybe over this side. So produces 4 power, this produces 6 power, and we definitely have the resources for it. Can we build like on top of structures and stuff? No. Okay. Well. Maybe we just do something simple like this. Alright. Generator requires He3 as fuel. Extractor. Okay, so we can extract chlorine or extract water, water vapor. Needs 5 power. We're generating, I believe, 6. Is there any reason why we would want to, you know, extract at the moment? I'm not sure. Okay, we've got crew stations here. Scan booster. Mission boards. Got a landing pad. Might actually be pretty good to have a landing pad. And we've definitely got the materials for it, so why not? Why not? Let's set it up. God, this thing is massive. Yeah, okay. Something like that should be sufficient. Displays, weapon cases. We've got decorations. I wouldn't call toilets and sinks to be decorations, but I guess these are all just used for aesthetic purposes, making the place look lived in and stuff. Alright. I think that's enough for now. I'm just wondering whether or not we can now get some crew members in this place. So let's check. Okay. No. Still no joy. We're gonna have to figure out how to do that Yeah, I don't think that's going to be this episode. I'll try and do some research on that off camera, guys, and hopefully when we come back we'll be able to assign the crew. But yeah, I think we're going to call it an episode here. Hope you enjoyed it. I feel like we didn't really do too much fighting or shooting in this episode, so not the most exciting, but we did quite a lot of I guess we could call it philanthropy. So we helped out the needy, so that's always nice. Alright, well, I am signing out, guys. As usual, leave a like or a dislike or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.